Last time, we discussed what I would do with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie sequel. I recommend going back to watch that if you're going to watch this. You know what? Just for all future installments of this show, this disclaimer is valid. Anyways, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, my movie pitch, released to critical and commercial success. This makes Paramount happy. They now know that Sonic the Hedgehog isn't just a one-movie fad. He's an icon, a character that can carry many films on the concepts just established in his games alone. And that doesn't even count all of the extra media that has always surrounded the character. Immediately, they allow production to begin for a Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The creatives on the movie are ecstatic, but there's just one problem. How do you follow up a movie like Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Isn't the third movie in a trilogy supposed to be the conclusion? And isn't the conclusion of a story supposed to be the one with the most action and stakes? There's another problem too. What are they going to adapt? Because of the circumstances, they decided to adapt Sonic 2 and Sonic 3K for the sequel because they didn't know if they would be able to make a third movie. At that point, Sonic still wasn't a completely proven franchise to Paramount, but now it is. So what now? They bite the bullet and decide to adapt Sonic CD. It won't have as much action as Sonic 2, but that's okay. It means that they can focus more on the characters and how all of their stories wrap up by the end of the trilogy. Production begins.
Go again. Don't fall behind. Say don't be late. Destination heaven. Stay alive. Now shooting me. We're going to have fun. Say, blast off. Excalibur. Just drop that bar. What do you mean? Give and take. Going home. Time zone. Check it out, eh? Live alone. Leather legs. Getting in place. What do you get? Say, back jet. Zoom room. Cosmic zoom. That's up, Jay. It's Sonic Boom. Sonic Warrior. Sonic Warrior.
You are hit me out of head. You got the power to save the land.
Take a little chance, slip on through. You got smart no matter what you do. You gotta do for you.
Sonic Warrior, Sonic Warrior. The power is in your mind to save the planet, to conquer Gaia. Sonic Warrior, the decisive time. Sonic Warrior, forever in your mind. Nothing can survive the way you stay like a super try. You can do anything. Sonic Warrior, always takes a chance. Sonic Warrior, never sit the camp. Nothing can survive the way you stay like a super try. You can do anything.
The movie opens on a stunning recreation of the opening scene from Sonic City as Toot Sonic Warrior plays in the background. You see, Sonic was just running through the area to see the fabled Little Planet, which appears over Never Lake annually. Once he passes by, he takes notice that it's been covered in a metallic shell and tethered to a mountain that has Dr. Eggman's face carved onto it. He doesn't know what Eggman's planning or even how he's alive, but he heroically jumps into action to save Little Planet. Once he gets into the planet, he zooms through Palm Tree Panic and into Collision Chaos. Here he meets Amy and soon realizes that she's obsessed with him. She begins to talk about how she's destined to meet him when Metal Sonic barges in. Sonic is surprised because he's never seen a robot made to specifically emulate him. Sonic says this must be one of Eggman's robots. We then get an awesome fight scene between Sonic and Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic gets the upper hand and flies into the air with Sonic in his grasp. He then drops Sonic off of Little Planet and proceeds to kidnap Amy. Falling through the sky, Sonic worries that he's at the end of his rope. Just then, however, he sees the cavalry arrive. He sees Tails flying up towards him. Tails catches Sonic and flies down to the ground. Sonic thanks Tails for the save and asks him why he came to get him. Tails then says, Sonic, the reason why I came to get you was because Longclaw is dead. She passed away yesterday. Sonic is dumbfounded. Longclaw dead? The wave of sadness suddenly pours over the Hedgehog. He brushes it off, however. He tells Tails there's an innocent hedgehog named Amy Rose who was just kidnapped by a robotic duplicate of him named Metal Sonic. Sonic and Tails then proceed to head back into Little Planet. The two run past Collision Chaos and into Tidal Tempest, a labyrinthian water area. After trudging around inside of the water for a while, Sonic and Tails get to a dry part of Tidal Tempest and talk. Tails tries to soften the blow of Longclaw's death to Sonic by making jokes and talking about the task at hand. The task at hand being saving Amy from Metal Sonic and freeing Little Planet from Robotnik's grasp. Sonic is still noticeably upset by the Longclaw revelation, however. The pair then stumble upon a quartz quadrant. Once in quartz quadrant, the two see Dr. Eggman. He seems to be screwing around until he sees them too. Sonic and Tails lock eyes with Eggman. Eggman then begins to monologue about his evil plans. stating that the reason that he's traveled to Little Planet and taken it over is because he seeks the Time Stones, 7 jewels capable of altering the passage of time. Sonic tells the evil doctor that he won't succeed in his plans and that good will triumph over evil. The doctor then proceeds to say, "Really? So I suppose you haven't met Metal Sonic, my masterful metal machination." Just then, Metal flies in, right next to Eggman, Amy in hand. "You let go of her, you creep. She's got nothing to do with this," Sonic yells. "Hold them off, Metal Sonic," says Eggman. Metal tosses Amy to Robotnik and gets into a battle stance as Robotnik escapes away. A battle then commences between Sonic and Tails versus Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic easily knocks Tails out of commission and then begins to attack Sonic. Despite trying his best, Sonic gets his butt kicked by Metal. Metal Sonic boosts away from the scene and we are left with 2 defeated heroes. Tails stands up and tells Sonic that they need to hurry up and go after Eggman and Metal Sonic. Sonic, however, stays laying down. He tells Tails, "Oh, what's the point? I've seen twice now that I'm no match for Metal Sonic. I won't be able to stop him in the same way that I wasn't able to stop the Echidna clan from injuring Longclaw." Tails then says, "No, we can do this." He then proceeds to give Sonic an inspirational speech about how if you try, you can do anything. It's hokey, sure, but that's kind of the point. Now energized by a positive way of thinking, Sonic gets up and continues the adventure with Tails at his side. Once the two zoom past Quartz Quadrant, they enter Wacky Workbench. Here, Sonic and Tails find one of the 7 Time Stones. Tails begins to study it while Sonic searches the entirety of Wacky Workbench to see if there are any more there. He comes back having found 4 more Time Stones. So in total, the heroes have 5 out of the 7 Time Stones. Sonic and Tails then head to Stardust Speedway. Once there, Sonic and Tails find the 6th and 7th stones. With the complete set, they venture onwards before stumbling upon Metal Sonic in front of a gate. Eggman floats in on his little ship and tells Sonic that he will race with Metal Sonic. Sonic says, "No way, Eggman." "Oh really?" Eggman states. "I suppose you will have no issue with being blasted by this laser that is attached to the bottom of my ship." Eggman laughs maniacally. Sonic grits his teeth and says, "Okay, I'll race on one condition. Tails doesn't have to." "Very well, Hedgehog," Eggman states before beginning to cackle. "But Sonic, what about Amy?" Tails asks. "When I win, we'll rescue her," Sonic replies. Eggman then says, "The rules are simple. Sonic, if you win the race." "You mean when I win the race?" Sonic interjects. "I'll set Amy Rose free. If you lose, which isn't going to happen," Sonic once again interjects, "you'll have to give me the 7 Time Stones which you seem to have collected." Suddenly, the gates open and the race begins. Sonic runs faster than he ever has before as he dodges Metal Sonic's electrical shield, which he sometimes puts up, and Eggman's laser beam, which trails behind the 2 Sonics at a close distance. Sonic makes it to the end of the course, and a gate closes behind him. Because of this, Metal Sonic crashes into the closed gate and thus is defeated. Sonic unties Amy from her imprisonment, and Tails catches up to them. "Is it over? Did we win?" asks Tails. "Not yet. We've still got to get Eggman," Sonic replies. Thus, the 3 head into Metallic Madness, Eggman's main fortress. Once inside, the trio make their way through many perilous obstacles until reaching Robotnik himself. Eggman, who is sitting in the machine that he does in the final boss of the original game by the way, cackles as a metal bar is launched down from the sky, trapping Sonic and Amy and mortally injuring Tails. In his last breath, Tails hands Sonic a signpost with the word "past" written on it. "It's powered by the Time Stones, Sonic. Use it to travel to the past." Tails doesn't finish the sentence. He's gone. Sonic gets angry. "You monster," he yells at Eggman. Amy says to Sonic, "You can fix this. Just do what Tails said." Sonic uses super speed to plant the signpost into the ground and spin it. Sonic runs in a circle to keep his momentum up and white sparks begin to flash behind him. He rewinds time by a few minutes. He grabs Tails and Amy and jumps out of the way of the metal box just in time. Eggman exclaims, "How did you do that?" Sonic replies, "Because I'm Sonic the Hedgehog." Sonic, Tails, and Amy proceed to destroy the mech that Eggman's in. Then, a recreation of the good ending cutscene from Sonic CD ensues. Sonic, along with Tails and Amy, escape from the collapsing metallic madness area and jump off of Little Planet, in the confusion having let Eggman escape. Little Planet is unchained from the mountain, and Sonic watches in awe as it floats into the sky and explodes in a brilliant flash of color. "Come on, it's time to go home," Sonic says. Sonic, Tails, and Amy go through the portal and exit Mobius. Once Sonic enters his house, Tom and Maddie try to comfort him. We then cut to Longclaw's funeral. Sonic, Tails, Amy, Knuckles, the OVA owl, Tom, and Maddie are all there. We then hear Sonic's narration to close out the movie. He talks about how life changes, and part of that change is losing people that you care about. But another part of it is meeting more people and making new friends. And that if you have your friends backing you up, if you try, you can do anything. Then the credits roll. As opposed to the previous movie's 3 post-credit scenes, this movie only has 2. The first one is about Amy. Tom and Maddie have actually gotten her a house in the town of Green Hill. She now lives as the next door neighbor to Sonic and Tails. The second post-credits scene is about the Time Stone. Remember, at this point, the Chaos Emeralds are underneath the waters of Angel Island. This means that no one should reasonably be able to get them. Sonic and Tails think that the same should be true for the Time Stones. They wield a power that would be dangerous in the wrong hands. So, they destroy them. Well, that's the end of the movie. Oh, and I also want to mention that on the Blu-ray release of the movie, there's a bonus feature that allows you to replace the Japanese/European OST from Sonic CD, which they used in the movie, to the American one. Also, when I originally envisioned this movie in my head during the 7th grade, I pictured the opening recreation of the first cutscene from Sonic CD immediately being followed by the reveal of Longclaw's death. Then, of course, there would be the funeral, and it would set Sonic up to be in a defeated mental state throughout the movie. He would, of course, get better and defeat Eggman by the end. Another element originally included was Tails, Amy, and Knuckles being trapped by Eggman and the 3 using their powers to escape. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and tune in next time for episode 3 of Sonic the Hedgehog Movie Ideas.